Hey everyone, this is Mike, and I'm here with Isaac,
Well, hello.
and we're here to talk about some video games. More specifically, we're here to talk about a little known game called Dispatch. Now, this is a
It's
game.
not really little, actually.
I
2
know.
million people played it.
I know. I'm being hyperbolic.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's a pretty huge game that a lot of people have been
It's actually
playing.
a very, very, very well fun, huge game.
Yeah,
Over like you said, 2 million people have sat down and played it, and which was kind of funny because it was a game that was announced almost last year, or was it a year?
yes. I remember seeing it at like
the
some
Video
kind of
Game Awards, which was the first time that was mentioned.
I thought it was like the
maybe-
future game show or something
No,
like that.
no, definitely was. It was definitely announced at the the VGAs. See, I want to say 2 years ago. No, it was a year ago. No, definitely a year ago. Where the game actually sat down, made headway, and introduced actors. I believe Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad and Jeffrey Wright were some of the big names in it, and that failed. But other than that, it was and also starred in a couple of YouTube personalities as the likes of Moist Critical and Jacksepticeye were in it,
Jacksepticeye, yes.
which and it's actually a fantastic, hilarious game that puts you in the shoes of Robert, a former superhero who unfortunately is on down times, and it was offered a job to be a dispatcher for other low end superheroes. But I think what's very interesting, I think not only was the game so well done, I think the developers were actually kind of surprised on what people chose during the game.
Yeah. So basically, we have an article here from Polygon that states the Dispatch devs want you to be jerks more often. With a little footnote saying,
Yeah, they don't want you to be nice in this game, apparently.
Apparently so. So a lot of people are a little bit concerned about how the devs are responding to the players and their choices within the game, and hopefully people are saying that this might be something to worry about for when it comes to like whenever season 2 of this game comes out. But before we continue, if you like what we do here, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Now, in the article, it did mention, again, 2 million people have played Dispatch. Again, narrative-driven video game. Very, very popular. But it has been mentioned that, again, the devs don't really like how nice people are being. In a message here, it says, very often people pick the most boring thing, Charlotte, that the person jokes. Charlotte jokes saying everybody wants to be so nice. A lot of times we're trying to keep things entertaining for them, but I'm so disappointed in the choices. Now, Pierre Charlotte is the narrative director for the game, and is also in this article also mentions creative director Nick Herman, that the people are really surprised by the choices. Again, continuing on, Robert is a character. Charette says your role play is Robert, and you're going to piss off some people off, but this isn't about you. It's about you and Robert. You are role playing as this type of person. Robert's type is generally decent, friendly. He jokes, he flirts, and he wants the best for almost everyone he meets. It's easy to keep that attitude going in each episode, but it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to do something that you would do in real life. That's what that they say.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting from the article. I think they were just really surprised that people went so much of the nice guy route while role playing as the character. Moving forward to anything else that the article kind of says before we kind of dash into it.
I mean,
But
again,
I think that's kind of the biggest gist coming from
that's the
Polygon
biggest
article,
gist of the article.
that people were
it's
kind of
just
surprised.
It's just like, obviously the both Herman and, again, I'm probably saying this guy's name. I'll just say Pierre. I can pronounce Pierre. Like Pierre and Herman basically say that like choosing the nice option is the boring option.
Oh yeah, well I mean at the end again, it's you pay for the game, and
Mhm.
it is a role playing game. As
Yeah.
people can it's the type of game where you do whatever choice you pick will affect the outcome as you progress through the game. Um, Anybody that's played those Telltale games back in the day too really were it's exactly like that. Almost what, but this is a new company. I think AdHoc,
AdHoc.
AdHoc,
AdHoc.
pairing with Critical Role that came together in creating this game. So, no, I honestly, I think reading that article, I honestly think they were just kind of being very facetious. I think in a joking manner.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think the creators were really serious. I think they were just kind of shocked that they expect you to be a little bit more brash with the character. And again, it's you this is a game that you purchase. You can kind of do whatever you want, though. But other than that, I found this game to be very entertaining, and I'm happy that this game's gotten so much more attention than I thought it would too, because of the production value in the game and the comedy and the writing. I think I've mentioned that to you um, off camera. And no, it's a really good game. Now I haven't
Hmm.
finished the game yet too. I still have one more episode that I have to sit down and play. I'm
Okay.
kind of enjoying myself and just kind of taking my time. I'm not trying to rush through games as much as I normally do. But so far, the
Yeah.
experience has been really, really good, and I've
Yeah.
been really enjoying it for what the game
I
is.
get you. So the thing is, like, yeah, I do agree with you that it's your choice. You can make whatever choice you want in a game like this, and you should have that freedom to do so. But some people did not take the comments of these two, like, the developers lightly. Like, you have a comment here in the thread saying that, as someone who has worked customer service for 20 years, I would like to make this extremely unpopular observation that most people aren't jerks. For all the crap talking that people do online, in reality, most people are generally polite. They follow the rules of society as they understand them. They're not going to go out of their way to be mean to people. So why should people be, like, mean to people, and, like, even in a virtual game? I totally get that, because when I do play this game, I do generally lean towards the quote unquote, like, good options, the nice options, because I just for the most part, I don't have it in me to be rude or mean to other people, even if it's like a fictional character. That's just me personally.
Yeah,
Like, it was like, maybe, like, every now and then, if there's a certain game that where it kind of is like, it kind of requires you to be mean, then yeah, if it advances the story. But of course, this is a game where you have multiple choices. It's just like, I think the biggest fear when it comes to the comments from these developers is that they wanted the players to play the game in a certain way because they had, like, a future narrative planned for the game that they wanted to lean more into.
I thought about that too. Yeah, maybe like, hey, again, like they said, they want you to sit down and play the game. But if that were to honestly be true, then they would not make it a choose your own adventure style game. If they
Mm-hmm.
wanted players to play the character into a certain way, then this
Yeah.
would have been a very linear game. Clearly, they didn't see it that way because they want to design a game where you have multiple options and you can go down the rabbit hole as much as you wanted. So, again, I think they were just being jokingly facetious about it. And I feel like if gamers are taking that to heart, they shouldn't because I don't they're just joking around. Like
Mm-hmm.
they understand that fans are going to pick multiple ways to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're done playing the game, guess what you can do? You can go back to game one and pick a different set of choices and play the game over again. That's
Mm-hmm.
what they call replay value.
Yeah,
So
exactly. True.
I I I don't know what everybody's worried about in terms of being effects of a season two, if they even bother to announce it. But again, the way that this game has actually sat down and performed, um,
It could mean, but it's because like some people are getting the idea that the developers might not actually know what exactly made the game as popular as it is. Like, I mean, again, I haven't played it, but I've seen screenshots. I've seen certain quote unquote fan art, and I can definitely tell you there why some people definitely enjoyed the game. Like characters like Invisigirl being very popular on the internet.
No, and again, I think it comes down to good writing.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
it comes down to really good character writing. And again, when you sit down and you play these characters, you know, you play the game, you really get a chance to kind of see the personality of these characters really shine. I think that's what's really cool about video games and the superhero genre medium. In the same way that you even look at like a show like The Boys or Invincible, in those ways, and how a lot of these you know games are character driven and stuff like that. And I think it's also a fantastic. Again, I think it. You know, if people really, for people that claim that there's a lot of superhero fatigue, and I can understand it, I think you see a lot of creative people out there that are able to kind of show that different ways in how you can introduce the superhero genre in a fun and unique way. You know, so with this, like again, I have just enjoyed everything at the moment that I played. Like I hope there is a season two down the road with such the amount of popularity that it's gotten, and it's rightfully so. And I think this is something that like Marvel and DC should look at a little bit more, you know,
Yeah,
to
obviously.
be able to kind of introduce more of these type of Telltale games. I know Batman did it with the Telltale games a long time ago. With I think with the
You mean
Batman
Telltale did with the Batman games?
yeah, yeah. That's what I meant. I
Mhm.
apologize. Yeah, Telltale did it with the Batman franchise.
Yeah,
So,
but
but I like these kind of storytelling games, and I think me where my age is at right now in terms of games, I kind of like these
slower
style
paced games.
story type of games where I can still control the narrative, but I can kind of sit down and relax through it.
It's not
You know, not
about
everything
like
has to be
action and reflexes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm kind of getting to that level where I might want more of these games. I might, like I said, talk again. We've talked about it. The Telltale game series has plenty of those, so it might be something more I'm looking into down the road, though. But yeah, I can't say anything about Dispatch. It's so well written and
Hmm.
so funny, and it has a lot of heart and brings a lot of those characters' emotions to effect. So it's really well done.
Well, as long as they don't go full on Joker 2, whatever, if season 2 gets released, as long as they don't go a full on Joker 2 situation, because I feel like that's the worst case scenario. If this game does manage to get a season 2, I'm pretty sure it will get a season 2. It's way too popular
What do you
to
mean
not
Joker
get it.
2?
If you've never seen Joker 2 Fold the Dukes or whatever it's pronounced,
Yes,
that
yes, I know what you're talking about. No, I've not seen the sequel to that. The
because
first one was great.
the first one was an absolute masterpiece. People say it was probably the best. In fact, it was mostly not even like a superhero movie.
No,
It was our super villain movie. It was more of a down to earth like origin story of the Joker, but
yes,
it was obviously it was a different timeline though, because like it's hard to predict Joaquin Phoenix turning into the mad lad Joker that so many people know today, but he does do an amazing performance, and it just sells the whole like travesty of a man of a society has broken a man down to its core limits, to the ports where he has nothing to lose,
yeah.
and it's just the
It was so good that he got nominated
yeah, I
for
remember
Academy
that.
Award for it. Yeah, I
And then
remember that.
he made an acceptance speech and said something about cows.
I don't
So
know that I don't remember
he
though.
said something about cows, which is about protecting cows or something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't think it's gonna. This sequel is gonna be that drastic.
Yeah,
I
because
think it's
like
just gonna. It's still.
because
Yeah. I don't think we're getting that.
because the whole situation with like Joker 2 Full of Dukes is that it completely undermined and undid all the goodwill of the first like Joker movie. And
no,
it
I
just like
understand.
it was just like
Yes.
a complete shit, and so many people hated it, and it was
Yeah.
just like, what is this? And people are hoping that that same kind of situation doesn't happen with Dispatch. That's all I'm saying. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm sure you hope it doesn't happen either.
It's not. So I'm not really worried about it because it's not even fallen in that roadmap. It's kind of interesting that people would think that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but okay. I mean, all right,
yeah,
sure.
but anyway, that's all we have to talk about for this topic. What do you think about Dispatch? Do you think it's a great game? Do you think it's a mediocre game? Do you think that the season 2 is going to be good? Do you think they're going to pull Joker 2 on this one? Let us know. And if you like what we do here, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mike with Isaac, and we are saying peace.